I think we absolutely need to adopt all three. We can't leave one behind in the interest of moving forward with two others. I think that source reduction and cleanup strategies are driven through education, but also having science inform both policy and have a positive feedback into education. Without research, we don't really know what the major problems are, and then we can't tackle it through public education and also through talking to our legislators. And if people aren't educated about the issue, they're not going to care enough to vote for it in state or federal bills and bans. So I think that all three need to be given equal weight and really move forward on all fronts with all three of those mechanisms for reducing plastic pollution.
I would also add full transparency across the board so people know what they're buying, companies know what they're buying from suppliers, and also transparency in science and education. Who's funding science? Who's funding education? So we have the policy solutions. What we don't have is a political movement to make it happen. And so what you said earlier, what are we doing well and what aren't we doing well, I just wanted to say I think we're doing incredibly well at moving the market. People are waking up. They're changing their purchasing decisions en masse. And corporations and the industries are really struggling with this right now. We've seen it in the beauty industry. We're seeing it in the food industry. Massive changes, almost daily. Companies changing the way they've made their products for decades because consumers are demanding it. And that's awesome. And it's mostly women and young people. So how do we turn that into a political movement? How do we take that to Washington, D.C. and demand changes that are absolutely people want across the political spectrum, but yet we can't make happen? So that's what I want us to think about, too, as we go through this and figure out how we can turn our networks into political movements that are unstoppable, because I think we can and I think we have to.
Excellent point, Stacy. And I would like to point out that America is really behind in terms of getting toxins out of our products. In Europe, they have the precautionary principle where chemicals are actually guilty until proven innocent. And so there are multinational corporations that sell one product in America and one product in Europe because our laws do not protect us from these toxic chemicals. So I think Americans really deserve the right to know, as you said, and the right to be protected from known harmful chemicals. And it does take a political movement. Thank you for pointing that out, Stacy.